Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. Today's video, we are talking luxury skincare fails. Now, you guys that have watched this channel before know that I am drugstore to my core. I love a good bargain, and I like to promote affordable skincare brands and products because honestly, good skincare doesn't need to be a luxury, and you can get some great results from affordable drugstore prices. However, there are some times where we want to splurge, we want to treat ourselves, and we reach for that bougie, luxury, and extra high price point products. I don't actually mind spending a little bit extra if you get a little extra for the coin that you're investing. However, unfortunately, most of the luxury skincare which I've tried in 2021 has been a total fail, and that's kind of what I want to share and talk about in today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's talk some luxury skincare fails. Now, before we delve into this video, I like to issue the usual big old caveat and disclaimer to say that these are just my thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and honestly, I'm not against luxury and higher price skincare. I just think for that higher price point, it has to be delivering something extra, something you can't reach for at a more affordable price at the drugstore. I don't want anyone, we've worked too hard for our coin and for the money that we have in our wallet, and I don't want anyone to be wasting it on higher price brands and products that are honestly just taking us for a ride and really not delivering anything extra, which is why I wanted to sit down and film this video. If you totally disagree with any of the things I say in this video, sign up in the comment section below and let me know. Just promise me that whilst you're down there, you'll give this video a big thumbs up and a like. If, like me, you're a huge fangirl for those drugstore and affordable price points, to let me know. It also supports me in the channel so much, and I would love you forever. Now, with all that being said, with true Mad About Skin style, shall we cut the waffle and delve straight onto these luxury skincare fails? And I want to start with the brand that I first tried in February, which is this. This is the omorovicza, which I think I pronounced that wrong, which is a Hungarian brand. Now, I tried this because I adore Geek and Gorgeous, which is my favorite skincare brand of this year, and it's also from Hungary. So I thought, okay, let's expand and see what else Hungary has to offer in the skincare market. This is definitely on the luxury side. I bought this, which is the Queen of Hungary Evening Mist. I also bought their cleanser and their discoloration treatment. The three together cost me like £200 by the time I paid my shipping and my customs duties, so it's definitely on the high end and the luxury. But I had high hopes based on my love of the Hungarian skincare I've tried to date. Honestly, this is like the opposite, the antithesis of Geek and Gorgeous. It's way more pricey, and it offers so much less than their more affordable sister. This, just not it. And for me, I think the smell was the first thing that put me off. It's kind of like a hybrid between quite an artificial rose scent and a really bad like citronella candle that you get at the barbecues to ward off the mosquitoes. Not great. The smell alone is enough to put me off because the whole line smells like this. But beyond just that, the ingredients aren't that great. So in here, you've got a lot of fragrance, artificial and natural fragrant components, which I think could be quite triggering for anyone with sensitive skin. It's also not really delivering a whole lot in terms of hydration. There's a couple of humectants in there, but it relies very heavily on coconut derivatives, which I do find clog my pores and tend to break out in adult acne, which I suffer with. So this was kind of like a firm pass for me. A couple of sprays of this, and it leaves a very film on the skin, which is slightly greasy, slightly tacky, and just a bit not there and not it when it comes to a nice hydrating mist. I think if you kept this in the fridge, it would give a nice level of calming and soothing in the summer months, but honestly, it's not worth the £50 price tag that they want. The cleanser was okay, but it was a very basic cleanser for what it was offering and had that really offensive scent to it as well, which was a big turn off. And the discoloration treatment did literally nothing. There are so many better ones on the market. In fact, I'll leave a link to a video of my favourite hyperpigmentation treatments up there. There are so many affordable and drugstore options. I just didn't feel that this brand really did anything. They're getting quite a lot of hype at the moment, so maybe I'm in the minority and everyone else loves them, but just putting alone the smell, which was enough to put me off, I didn't think they added anything extra for the extra coin that they were charging. If you want to reach for a toner or a mist that honestly is a bit luxury, a bit splurge worthy, but honestly makes you feel like $1 million and smells divine, then I would totally recommend this. This is the Neal's Yard Remedies Frankincense Intense Essence. So hydrating, feels so good on the skin, and it's got the most amazing and luxurious smell. Honestly, this takes you into another world of like exotic luxury. And I definitely think, whilst it is, again, up there in price point, this is one of those splurge-worthy products that I would definitely recommend if you want to treat yourself. There are so many other affordable and drugstore mists and essences out there. One of my favourite is by Ciaris and their Rose Mist, which is half the price of the ones I've mentioned. Calming, soothing, hydrating, and smells divine. It's everything that I think the other brand wanted to be, but just missed the mark hard. Now, coming in at number 2 on the luxury fails is this brand, Typology. Now, a lot of people might gasp and say, hang about, Typology isn't actually luxury, it's not actually bougie and too expensive. And you'd actually be right, but what you've got to look at is the price point versus the quantity of product that you're actually getting. So I really bought into Typology because I thought, wow, this isn't a badly priced skincare line. I love the packaging, I love the aesthetic, and I was all on board with it. I ordered so many of their products, then they arrived, and I realised I didn't look at the small print and look at the actual mils, the quantity of each product that you're getting. When you factor that in, mil for mil, actually you're not getting a whole lot for your money, and it is definitely up there in terms of the pricier brands on the market. I was also chronically underwhelmed by all of the products I tried from them. The one exception is their lip product, which I did think was really nice. Do I think you need to spend like £15 on a lip product? Absolutely not. But I did get some nice level of hydration from this. It felt good on the skin. And again, I'm going to use it to the very last drop and then I'll work out whether I want to repurchase it. All the other products just felt a little bit flat. The products look gorgeous, but when you get them, this is, for example, is their Witch Hazel Toner. When you get them, they're actually plastic. They're not as bougie and glamorous looking as you think they're going to be when you see them in real life. And it left me feeling a bit meh and underwhelmed. There was a huge buzz around Typology when they launched late last year, but I think that's kind of worn off as people realise they're not as inexpensive as you think they are. The packaging is not as gorgeous as you really wanted it to be, and the formulations are packed full of essential oils and fragrant components, which could be quite problematic for a lot of people with dry or sensitive skin. Definitely is a brand that if you love it, then honestly keep using it, because I always say use what works for you and what you absolutely adore. But for me, there's nothing that makes me want to go back and splurge on Typology. Having spent around £150 on a couple of their products, I kind of felt a bit meh to all of them, and I just think there's better alternatives on the market. Now, in at number 3, if you weren't convinced that Typology is actually classified as a luxury, as a bougie skincare brand, I hear you, but there is no doubt on the third one on this list, and that is Dr Barbara Sturm. I actually think this goes from the realms of luxury skincare into just plain con territory, because honestly, their price point is ridiculous for what the brand is actually offering. So I think the standout in terms of the luxury fails for me was the hyaluronic acid serum. Fortunately, I only bought the tiny thing, which still cost me like $75, but a standard size hyaluronic serum from this line is $200. Let that sink in. It's hyaluronic acid, people. You read the ingredients, it is literally just hyaluronic acid. There is nothing in there beyond sodium hyaluronate, which, let's be honest, is a really inexpensive product ingredient to formulate with. There is no justification for this higher price point, and this is why I think it goes from the realms of luxury and bougie to just downright con, because they're taking us, the consumer, on for our money. I know this line has a lot of people supporting it in terms of the celebrities. It has a lot of influencers buying into it, but clearly that's because they have money to burn, and when money's no object, maybe you don't gasp at a $200 hyaluronic acid serum, but when you're trying to shop good skin and good skincare on a budget, I really just don't think anything can justify this high price point. I was actually contacted by the line when I did a review of the Dr Barbara Sturm skincare line, which I'll leave a link to that video up there. The brand contacted me to say, you've got it all wrong. It's not just hyaluronic acid. We have multiple molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, which actually justifies the high price point. No, it doesn't. Neod does a multi-molecular hyaluronic complex, which again offers multiple weights of hyaluronic acid for literally $30. So a tiny fraction of the cost for what actually is a better product and a better set of ingredients. So if you are really convinced that you need multiple molecular weights of hyaluronic acid in your life, reach for that Neod product. It's really good. In truth, you absolutely don't. And the smaller the molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, the more likely it is to cause sensitivity and irritation in your skin. I don't actually think we need that much hyaluronic in our life. We get it in most of the other steps in our skincare routine. So bear that in mind. But honestly, Dr. Barbara Sturm, this is a huge no, and I just think Neod offer a better product at a fraction of the price if you are convinced you need that hyaluronic acid in your life. Now, in at number 4 is Augustinus Bader. Now, I hope I pronounced that name right. Okay, the packaging on this one is gorgeous, and whilst I couldn't reach for some of the price points of some of their products, I think they do like an all-in-one anti-aging serum. It's like $300, £250. I couldn't in good conscience actually purchase that price point of skincare, but I thought to myself, I'll try the cleanser, because they have a cleanser which is £50. This is still up there for a balm cleanser. If you compare and contrast, I think the most I would normally pay for a really luxurious and gorgeous balm cleanser is like £15, £20. This is a lot more than I pay, but I wanted to buy into the hype and I wanted to try it. First and foremost, packaging, gorgeous. The scent to this, stunning. It was ticking all the right boxes and I really like the brand. However, when you break down the ingredients list and how it performs, this was just a firm total fail. So this cleansing balm actually harnesses the power of coconut oil and sunflower oil. Both great oils when it comes to cleansing. They'll both break down that makeup, excess oil, dirt, debris, and wash it down the sink like that. However, this can be found in so many other balms and cleansing balms out there. I really don't think you need to be spending this amount of money for what is in effect just a standard product in really fancy packaging. And it worked. So don't get me wrong, it worked. And if this product was like 15 or 20 pounds, I'd probably be saying, do you know what, this is a really good cleansing balm. Definitely worth it, and one that I would definitely recommend. The fail for me comes from that price point, because honestly, I think you're better taking that money that you save by buying a cheaper cleansing balm and investing it in your serum steps, where you're going to see the real results for your skin. You know, serums are where it's at in terms of the actives, and whilst a really good cleanser is important, I would definitely recommend you get one that matches your skin type. You don't need to be paying this money. So Augustinus Beta, yes to your packaging, yes to the scent of your products, but a firm no for the price point that you're wanting to charge. Now, finally, before I end this video, I'm going to call out Drunk Elephant. I'm not going to labour this point because I spoke about Drunk Elephant on this channel a whole lot. I think they were called out as being a luxury skincare fail in like 2020, but honestly, something materially changed in 2021, which is why it's worth a mention in this video. Putting aside the shady way that Drunk Elephant has treated their consumers in the past, putting aside their ridiculously high price point, putting aside the fact that they often refuse to admit when they got things wrong, such as sending out vitamin C serums that had oxidized on arrival, moving on from all of that scandal and that issue, what materially changed in 2021 is that this brand arrived. This is Lacura by Aldi, a bottom bargain basement, really affordable supermarket here in the UK and Europe, and they launched this skincare line. It is an exact set of dupes in terms of the look of the products, the ingredients, how they work, the packaging, all of that as to the Drunk Elephant range. In fact, I actually don't know how they got away with this legally, because this has like trademark infringement all over it. But you know what? I'm glad they did, because this is an exact dupe for the C Firma Day serum from Drunk Elephant. This is like £6. The Firma Day serum is like £70. Honestly, it's the same product in the same packaging, and actually, because they're selling so much of this, I'd say this is probably fresher and better than the C Firma Day serum anyway. They do an exact dupe for their Proteini and Peptide moisturizer. It's just, honestly, it's taken Drunk Elephant, which already looked a bit overpriced and ridiculous, and kind of made everyone go, yeah, we don't need that in our life. So whilst I think it was technically a fail from last year, which is why I'm going to end it here, I do think that this has shone new light onto the fact you don't need to overpay for your skincare. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of my luxury skincare fails of 2021. I don't want this video to be a negative and to say, you know what, all luxury skincare is bad. It's absolutely not. I called out some good dupes and alternatives from the luxury market to any of the products I mentioned today, and honestly, Neil's Yard remedies are a really beautiful skincare line I actually don't mind paying a little bit extra for. Yes, they're bougie, yes, they're expensive, but sometimes we like to treat ourselves. I also invested heavily this year in an LED mask, which, whilst I did think long and hard about whether I wanted to spend the money on, I've seen some really great results from. So again, I'm not against spending money, but I think you've got to think long and hard and make sure that you're getting extra bang for the buck that you're investing in it. Of course, hopefully this video has shone some light on some products that I just don't think are worth it. And let me know in the comment section below if you kind of want the opposite of this. You want the holy grail, amazing, tag price worthy luxury skincare style video. I'm quite happy to film it because I'm all about the positivity. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.